Welcome to the classic review of Universal's Dracula. How's it going, guys? It's that nerd Ryan here. Super excited to review the original Dracula movie. I've been waiting to review this, or actually see this, since I was like 7, and I just never got the chance to actually, do this. And I mean, finally I would go, what's the best Halloween movie to watch? Why not one of the classic monster movies? And I looked up where I can watch it. I was actually originally going to do Bram Stoker's Dracula, but instead that got pulled off of Netflix in September for some reason. So I go, I will do the original. And actually, remember how we were talking about scary movies to tell in the dark? I would go to, or scary stories to tell in the dark. I would go to the school library and rent constantly. The other books that I would rent were the, I think they were making of, or just like a descriptor version of the original monster movies. I would do that too. I'd be like, oh, it'd be so cool to watch these movies. And I never was able to, and then I was like, let's try to... This year I go, okay, Meijer usually sells like a 4-pack of these monster movies. Let's go and buy that this year. And then I go into Meijer, and Meijer stopped selling them this year. So then I found it on Tubi for free. All the classic ones are on Tubi. I'm probably going to watch those on my own time and not review them until next year maybe. But I figured, let's do the King of Monsters, in my opinion, Count Dracula. So, yeah. This movie is kind of short, and it's understandably why. This is one of the early movies ever made when they started using sound. So, it's literally only 74 minutes. It's an hour and 14 minutes. And it doesn't feel like it, but at the same time it does. As into the fact, I thought I muted my phone. There's a lot of stuff that drags, but then it kind of speeds up. So it feels weird. Back then it probably felt normal, but now where we have 3-hour-long movies and CG and everything, it feels weird to see kind of reused footage and ways to get around Dracula's transformation, or him even getting out of the coffin, which I don't understand. But we'll get to that. So, classic story. I'm not going to spoil warn you guys because it's a very famous story. Let's put it that way. So, basically, we are introduced to a character called Renfield, who was summoned to Castle Dracula in Transylvania, basically to finalize a sale in Carfax Abbey, London. As he goes there, the villagers warn him not to go during the night, and he kind of ignores it, so he ends up going anyways. And in that, he meets Count Dracula. And the whole time, Dracula is trying to possess him or hypnotize him. You could tell because they keep doing something that I feel anime... I want to say anime thing, but I think anime stole it from this, because this is from 1930. The close-up eyes, and how they did it was, they would black out... I'm going to try to do it with my own light here. Is they would shine the light, and then... I actually can do it, I think. Like this, if my hand were to be steady. Where it would just focus like that. And then, freaky things would happen like that now. I got old speakers, so I apologize. Yeah, so he would try to, do that to Renfield, and then he actually roofies him with wine, and his wives almost, suck his blood, but Dracula backs him off. And then it literally cuts and goes somewhere in the ocean. And Renfield lets Dracula loose, and then it cuts out again, and they're in London. Renfield is taken to a psychiatric ward right next to Carfax Abbey, and in that, they realize that he's kind of eating spiders and flies and stuff because Dracula promised him small lives. And in that, Dracula moves in. He's sleeping in his coffin in the day and then comes out at night. There's actually a scene where he is walking down the street. He sucks a random girl's blood, and then everybody starts finding him. And then he goes into the castle, or the Carfax, or the Abbey. Sorry. And then he meets the psychiatric ward that owner that has Renfield that's right next door to him, and he kind of falls for Lily and Mina, who are the two girls, and he basically kills Lily right away. From what I'm used to with Dracula Dead and Loving It and Bram Stoker's Dracula, it feels like that was supposed to go on longer, but he literally just straight out kills her. And then Mina, he takes longer to like win her over and turn her into a vampire. And then what happens is they introduce Van Helsing, who kind of reveals to them that Dracula is a vampire by showing like mirrors, or by actually seeing no reflection of him in the mirror. And then they decide to kill Dracula. They kill him. Lily's saved. End of story. It feels like I'm doing like a abridged version, but that's literally the entire story. Which was fine for a 1931 film. What I thought was cool was, like I said, their workaround of like getting away from Dracula's transformation from a bat into a human or a vampire. It does look like when they had the bat, they kind of had a string and were just going like this above it and having the bat kind of float around. And then there's even that with a spider in it, it felt like. But yeah, and then they would cut to the side, like they would literally go like this. And then like that. That's my cousin's birthday gift. And then he'd be a human. They also did that with a coffin for some reason, which I don't get why he couldn't just crawl out of the coffin. But it would be like it would open like this, you'd see a hand, and then it goes, and then he's out. And it was like, I don't, like the bat thing, that was cool and understandable. And I'm messing with the camera, so it's really throwing me off, but like, that's how it would do it. And I don't understand why he couldn't just and then get out. Who knows, maybe he was claustrophobic. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty good. For acting, I gotta give it a 9 out of 10. For, I can't really say visual effects. I mean, I guess visual effects. I gotta also give a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I gotta remember it's a 1930s movie, so yeah, 9 out of 10 on that. Characters, I want to give it 8 out of 10. Jonathan was very underused, and he just kind of seemed like an overly protective boyfriend that was right for once. And then for story, I gotta give it a 7 out of 10 because it did skip a lot. And then for cinematography, I'm giving a 10 out of 10 because, I mean, just the set work and everything was amazing. So, total of 8 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. Follow me on all my social media down below. And make sure you guys have an excellent and safe Halloween. It's that Nerd Ryan telling you. Have an amazing day.